Yes, I told you so, Knicks Nation. I told you that the Knicks, their redemption arc is for real as they double down in Philadelphia with a big time road win against a 500 and above team. Joel Embiid tried to torch us in the first half, had me concerned. But that man, Mitchell Robinson, who I told y'all better not trade Mitchell Robinson. And in that third quarter, he showed you why. You need Mitch for the playoff grind. If Towns is not there, Mitch has the experience to step up in the big moments. That third quarter defense was spectacular. They held the 76ers to 13 points in the third quarter, locking down three-point shooters, Tyrese Maxey, and Jalen Brunson, the Brunson burner. The man is incredible. He showed us tonight why he is elite, why he is him. But this was a great team effort defensively. And Mike Brown doubles down on that 8-man rotation. We're going to talk about that and more on tonight's post-game call-up show. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest, and you know the vibes, man. Tell a friend that we live, man. Big time salute to everybody in the chat early. Yo, the Knicks, we did it. We back to our winning ways as we double down against Little Bro. Big time salute to the chat. I see the super producer Maxine in the building. Big time salute to Cool Breeze. Big time salute to my man Just Knicks. To all the channel members in the building. Definitely big time salute. And to all the subscribers. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, hit the like button so more cool Knicks fans can find out about this video. And also, if you are a subscriber, strongly consider joining the channel. Man, woof, we've been on a run, y'all. We've been on a run. And I'm not just talking about the Knicks. I'm talking about this channel. You know, you guys already know. We on the road to 10K. We got a major announcement coming soon, Maxine. And, you know, we about to smash through that 2,000 mark. Let's get to that, let's get past that 2,000 mark tonight. Okay, let's blow past that 2,000. I want to just look at it from a distance as we continue on our path. Tonight, I'm also doing another show right after this. NBA Saturdays. We're going to talk about everything. Games getting postponed. Players getting injured. I think I might owe my man Giannis an apology. But look, we're going to talk about a lot tonight. 100%. Definitely, the phone lines are open. 646-995-8389. Call up and voice your opinion. If I do miss your call, I will call you back. But this is a great redemption arc. Also, if you can't call up, and I know you guys home with the family, you know, things might be a little tricky in the crib, you could always send in a donation. You can hit the Cashapp, $$ $/TheObjectiveFan. All right. And also you could hit the link tree or you could do the super chat. But definitely I look forward to your donations, especially if you cannot participate on the calls. Okay. But yeah, I told y'all so. I said, yo, this Knicks team could still go on a run. Y'all was all discouraged, worried about Dallas. Okay. We do got a first caller. Let me see if I get my brother in the building. Knicks Tape Madness Discord server on deck. Mellow Mike, I see you in the building. Hey, what's going on? Mike from Harlem, the PA.
What's goody?
Man, yo, what a win, man. I know you didn't get a chance to check out the game, but
yeah,
hey, Didn't I tell y'all? I said, yo, man, I think it's for real.
Yeah,
I think it's for real.
yeah. I was hearing before the game how the comments that Josh Hart made about Cap on the defensive end,
Right.
and to see that he wasn't able to play the majority of the game, that kind of made what the performance stick out like a sore thumb tonight. But we came away with the win, so that's all that mattered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And also, like, the foul trouble, I mean, man, that just disappointing. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he got hit with some bad calls though. Some of them bad. Obviously, this happens every game. It's the same story every game. Refs are going to hit him with bad calls, and then he's going to do things on top of that to keep himself out of the game. So it's just like the same story every game. But with this win, remember I was asking in the chat if this is a statement win or not.
Yes.
With it being a away game, maybe not as dominant as a win as we would have liked, but a win nonetheless. Do you think who's next on our schedule? Do you know off the top of your head?
Oh yeah, well I got a big calendar right to the right of me. So we got Sacramento. I can't wait for that Sacramento game.
Yeah, that's a revenge game.
We're gonna blow them out. Remember, I said it here we're gonna smack Sacramento by 20.
Yeah, we need to. I just saw Russell Westbrook airball a dunk.
He said he airballed a dunk. Yo, that's wild, bro. That's wild, man. Oh my God, yo, Russ, yo, you don't know what you're gonna get from Russ.
But man, so we definitely gotta spank them up. But yeah, if we could go on a run, all the way up until that Detroit game, I really feel like if we show out that Detroit game, I would really say things have turned around for us. But
okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. And I think that Toronto game might be a roadblock. It might. Okay. It might. I'm doing my homework on them. They're my next target on my scouting report. But they also mad at us. They looking for some revenge against us. So, yeah.
I also want to say this, man, because I just saw this. Minutes left in the Bucks game last night. Giannis grabs his ankle, no contact.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it last night.
Oh, yeah, I talked about it last night?
Yeah, I thought it was Cap. You need to watch last night episode. It's funny, bro. I went in. We played the video and everything.
Definitely Cap. Definitely Cap.
Yeah, but JJ said it was real, but I don't know. It looked weird to me. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, just it's very coincidental going. That we're very close to February 5th. So I just thought that was funny, man. That's what.
Yeah, man. I want to thank you before you go about the card. J-Tap got it.
Oh, you got the card?
So, I forgot to post it, but yeah, J-Tap got it. So big salute, man.
Yeah, salute. All right, man. Appreciate you taking my call.
All right, peace.
All right, peace.
All right. Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. Mike from Harlem, the PA. We in the building, man. Man, see, he also thinks the Giannis tape was fake. I thought it was fake, but JJ said it was real. Kind of took the fun out of it a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about Giannis. I don't know. I did a poll in the community section, too, asking if you guys still want Giannis. What say you? Let me know in the community section. You could go vote for that poll. It's still there. It's still active. But to bring it back to this game, coming into this game, we were 1-11 against 500 and above teams on the road. And so this is a great win because we actually got a win. I thought the way it was looking, we wouldn't get another road win against a 500 and above team. And of course, the only other team we beat on the road that was 500 and above was the Toronto Raptors. And we beat them twice. I don't think it was twice in Toronto. But I know at least one of those games. No, one of the games was in Toronto because we were 1. But anyway, nonetheless, this was a really big win. Now, Mike Brown gave me a heart attack because he was doing some things that I felt like what the hell we were doing. But a win is a win, and we got the win. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. I do got some notes I could get into. You guys can't see it. Just like some bullet points I took because I'm inside my journal, right? 82 nights. Matter of fact, let's talk about the journal after these messages.
Real question. Do you actually know basketball or do you just watch it? Because most fans watch games and talk, but they're not breaking anything down. No tracking, no documentation, no real analysis, just reactions and baseless opinions. 82 Nights changes that though. Over 200 pages to analyze what you are watching, track rotations, break down patterns, highlight players, take actual notes. That's how you go from someone who watches to someone who knows. That's how your basketball IQ levels up. Link in chat, hardcover or soft, stop guessing, start documenting today.
Big time salute to the lovely Maxine for giving us a nice breakdown of what the 82 Nights, the official basketball intelligence system is like. But I'm writing in this and keeping track of my stats and all those things. And man, this was what the doctor ordered. I love the first quarter. Anytime we could win the first quarter, man, is usually a good sign of things. But that second quarter really scared me because the Philadelphia 76ers, they scored 30 points in every quarter besides the third quarter. And I knew that Embiid would slow down. And you know what? I honestly think to all the Philadelphia people, if you're listening to this, I really do think that the 76ers, they're going to have a problem. I don't think Maxey and Embiid can coexist without winning. Here's my point. Like, if they're not like champions, I don't see a world where Maxey just is content with being the second man on that team. Because when you watch Philly, when Embiid is not there, completely different team. They out. But when Embiid is there, probably end up trotting up the court all slow and doofy. They got to wait for him. And then they run the offense through him, as you've seen in that first half. That's how they've been playing. I told you on the Blue and Orange Breakfast Show. Salute to everybody that watches the Blue and Orange Breakfast Show. We do that on Wednesdays and Fridays. We may do it expanded to more days this week. But let me tell you something, man. I broke it down. And the main area that the Knicks did good in, let me go to research mode really quickly. Pow, as we wait for callers. Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. The one area on the floor that I was really concerned about was turnovers. Because you see how we're plus 15 on the glass. In the first game against the Philadelphia 76ers, we were plus 21 on the glass. And we still lost. So I knew that dominating the glass wouldn't be enough. We also dominated the paint in that first game as well. And I knew that would not be enough. As we did the same thing in this game, I believe. No, they wound up winning the paint battle. But that was because we took away the three ball from them. But I get to that in a second. But the key thing for me was the turnovers. We had 18 turnovers in game one. Let me see how many points we gave up. Because I don't remember. I didn't write that down. I don't feel like going back through my journal. So let's pull it up. So we had 18 turnovers. We conceded 16 points. This is a team, I told you, they're ninth in forcing turnovers. You do not want to turn over the ball against the Philadelphia 76ers. We tightened up because in the first half, we had, I believe it was 10 assists and 8 turnovers as I look into my 82 nights. Okay, so yeah, 10 assists and 8 turnovers. In the second half, we buckled down, no turnovers, and that was the difference in the game. That was the difference in the game. If you ask me. Oh, no, we had 13 assists. Stat check that. but 8 turnovers. So by us being able to control ourselves and reduce the turnovers, it reduced the amount of points that the Philadelphia 76ers can score. As you can see, this time around, only 10 points. And that was the difference in the game. If we would have continued turning over the ball, that means there would have been a greater chance for them to get points off turnovers. And that would have cut into this lead here. So I thought that the Knicks defense was incredible. That has to be one of the best defensive quarters in completely shutting out Joel Embiid, who had 28 in the first half. And of course, like I said, Mitchell Robinson was the anchor today, man. I don't think we win this game without Mitchell Robinson. Big time salute to my man, Ariel, who came in the game for a little bit and did a little something. But Mitchell Robinson, once again, keeps showing us, you can't trade him. And if you do trade him, you better get somebody with some experience that can take the pressure off of Towns. Because if Towns is getting into foul trouble and he's out of control, and then you're coming in the game with a Jericho Sims type dude, you're going to get cut. But, I mean, he stopped Embiid when he was trying to do the stop and pop. The pick and roll defense was incredible. Yes, I know Mitch got away with a foul. I think that was in the fourth quarter, though. But he was everywhere on the floor, wreaking havoc on the glass, making sure the Sixers only got one opportunity. I told y'all when I was doing the Blue and Orange Breakfast show, I said, hey, 76ers and the Knicks, both of these teams are prolific on the offensive glass, right? The Sixers are not a good defensive rebounding team at all. But on that offensive glass, you got to nullify them. And tonight, that's exactly what we did. They only had 6 offensive rebounds as compared to our 19. At one point, we had 25 second chance points to 2. Total domination on the glass. If you do that and you don't give up opportunities through turnovers, the Knicks will win the game on most nights, because it's going to be hard to overcome the Knicks getting 15 more field goal attempts than you while shooting the similar amount of free throws. Even though the Knicks missed a lot of free throws, which also put a little strain on us trying to sustain a big lead. But I take 27 free throws any day. 27 free throws mean that this team, they are aggressive and they're getting inside, which we did. I mean, we didn't get the 50-point mark, but we got 42. And because our three-point defense was so good, salute to the three-point defense, man. And one of my main questions of the night, do you find Mike Brown's new 8-man rotation, do you think it will continue to be effective? What do you think? I'm curious to know. Now, people get the 8-man. See, when we talk about Coach Tibbs' 8-man rotation versus Mike Brown's 8-man rotation, it's a big difference. Ariel doesn't even count. He only plays because Towns was in foul trouble. Had Towns not been in foul trouble, Ariel probably doesn't play. Yabu got 3 spot minutes early in the first quarter to maintain size. I love it. I love when Mike Brown plays a real power forward and a real center. Or he goes double big off the bench. Not to start double big. I don't want to get you guys hyped to the Mitchettes. I love Mitch, but I still don't want him to start with Towns. I think it's a recipe for disaster. Mitch can be great off the bench, and he still gets his minutes. He outplayed Towns tonight, minutes and on the floor, if you ask me. Mitchell Robinson, 27 minutes, 6 points, 10 rebounds. That's what we get from Mitch off the bench. But the difference between Mike Brown and Coach Tibbs' 8-man rotation is that the starters don't play a lot. Now, Brunson did get 38 minutes because he had to bring him earlier in the fourth because of Towns. Once again, Towns affecting the game. Like, Brunson probably would have came in a minute or two later. putting him around that 35 to 36 minute mark, which I'm good with. But the 38 minutes, when you got 2 days off before the game and 2 days off after the game, I take it. But look at the rest. Mikal Bridges had a terrible night. He needs to get his fair share of criticism. 1 of 9 from downtown. Really hurt our 3-point efforts. Like, if he would have just like been more efficient from 3, we probably would have got over that 37% mark just on him. And then Josh Hart was solid doing everything else on the floor. He passed up a shot, but then he got a little floater shot. But Josh Hart was solid tonight, showing why he needs to start. Because if he doesn't score, he's getting rebounds. He's also getting assists. He's also hustling all over the goddamn place. Sometimes it may result in a steal or a block. But the big bodega, the biggest disappointment of the game. My other question of the night I want to know from you guys: is Karl-Anthony Towns a good fit for this team? Is Karl-Anthony Towns a good fit for this team? So, and then we could add the Mitchell Robinson piece too, which is, did Mitchell Robinson prove during this 2-game stretch, or even if you just want to make it this game, why you can't trade him? I want to know what you got to say. Call up. By the way, call up show rules as well. I forgot to share this a little bit earlier. 3-minute calls. Okay, but we do got the $5 callback option. You can send a Cash App, you can send a super, or you could hit the link tree. Either way you do it, you get the $5 callback and you'll be able to get back on the line. Let me just make sure we're good on the back end here. We are good. So the phone lines are open. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. We're talking about a lot. Listen, man, hopefully you guys are prepared for the snow as well. Good thing the Knicks, they go back to Madison Square Garden, and they're going to be home Tuesday. So if it's still bad, they don't got to travel nowhere. And Sacramento got to travel into a snowy East Coast. That may be an advantage for us. But big time salute to everybody in the building. Definitely get them likes up. Hit the like button, okay? If you did not hit the like button, I see my man Mellow Mike. Knicks did accomplish the tradition of winning a game in Philly and make it in the game. Yes, okay. I take that. Wow, J-Tap said something crazy. If you really think that's going to be J-Tap, I take it. But yeah, big time salute to the chat. The chat has let this continue to smash the like button so we can get some more people in the building and so we can get some more callers on the line. I hate to always say it, and I know I say it consistently, but I told you so. Everything that came out on the Blue and Orange breakfast show, I said it. Don't turn over the ball. Y'all saw it in the first half. That's what gave them the edge in the second quarter. We started turning over the ball. You know what I'm saying? And then Towns, he didn't do his part with the foul trouble. That's a bad showing for him. And this is why I'm asking the question, is Towns still a good fit for this team? We've been talking about this recently, this concept that if Towns and Brunson is your two superstars, it's clear that this team was not made or built around them, because for a player like Karl-Anthony Towns, who commands the salary that he makes and his prominence on this team, is just too much not fitting in. I don't know my role. Maybe it's just not a good fit. Maybe we need to go in a different direction with Karl-Anthony Towns. But he and Brunson, like, you've seen the way Maxey and Embiid looked in the first quarter. Maxey kind of took a backseat, and he's been taking a backseat recently because Embiid has been looking more like himself on the offensive end, at least. I can't speak for his defense. But Maxey and Embiid, they run a lot of pick and roll, a lot of two-man action, give and goes, handoffs. And you don't see that from Brunson and Towns. And I'm not just talking about tonight. I'm talking about period. And then sometimes you get worried about Towns like, damn, are you going to draw a foul if we run the pick and roll? He can't, like, control himself, it seems. Like, just bad habits of extending the arm, elbow hooks. You got to get that out your game, bro. Embiid does a little bit of it, but the difference between Towns and Embiid is slick. Embiid doesn't, he's slick with it. He does it so the ref doesn't notice it. But Towns is just like, and then he argues the call. Like, one thing about when Mike called up, one thing I disagree with is I think most of the fouls they called on Towns was justified. But the flip side to that is they don't call a lot of what Towns do. Towns gets away with a lot, y'all. Maybe not tonight, but Towns, just watch him. He's hooking every play. It's like a hold in football. You don't want to call it, but you can call it. I think more two-man action, dribble handoffs and things like that would make Towns' life easier versus him dribble into the paint and drawing, some bad contact. But I don't know. Did Embiid maybe get some fouls that were kind of cheap? Maybe, but you got to maintain your discipline. You got to maintain your discipline on defense. And, I had a whole story arc with the double big before Mitch did what he did in the second half, but I was getting ready to get on them because in the first half, the double big lineup were a -1. And in the first quarter, Joel Embiid had 15 and 4 in the first quarter. Mitch and Towns had 6 and 2 combined. I said, wait a minute. This right here, what's going on? What's going on? I don't know. Big time salute to my man Hakeem with the $2 super chat. OG with Giannis is coming soon to MSG. Okay. OG with Giannis is coming soon to MSG. I'm not gonna be mad at it. I hope. I would love for that to be true. I think now that he's injured again, it's gonna make it a summer trade because no team is gonna take him on right now without him being ready to, complete the season. Because I can't see a lot of teams like, okay, we sacrifice the season. The only team I can see doing that is the Lakers. But besides the Lakers, I don't see nobody really doing that. And also, I was talking with the OG Knicks fan today, my dad, right? And let me tell you something. The Boston Celtics, don't be surprised if they get Jaren Jackson Jr. They got all their first round picks. I didn't realize that they had all their first round picks, and they got. Hold on, I'll put it on the screen. Why not? We don't got no callers. Hold on. I want to show y'all this. As Knicks fans, we need to be concerned about the Celtics. Am I going to go too far on this? You know what? I'll save it for unfiltered thought. Yeah, I'll save it. So channel members, I'll do the unfiltered thought. But I think Boston, they're going to get somebody, if not Jaren Jackson. And it's going to be scary and it's going to be a problem. I'll show you how they can get that done. I'll do that later. I don't feel like going through too much because that might take up a lot of time. But 646-995-8389. Call up. We talk about the Knicks post-game show against the Philadelphia 76ers. Let me know what your thoughts are on this game, man. And I'll be back right after these messages.
Most basketball fans watch games and talk loud, but they're not really seeing anything. They're reacting. They're repeating what they heard. They're not analyzing. They're not breaking it down. You want to be different? 82 nights. Over 200 pages where you document what you actually see. Break down rotations, track patterns, game to game, highlight the players making moves. When you put it on paper, you start seeing what actual fans miss. Your predictions improve, your insights get sharper, your basketball understanding jumps. You stop sounding like everyone else and you start speaking from knowledge. That's what this channel is about. That's what 82 Nights is about. Link in chat, elevate your game now.
Big time salute to Maxine for another powerful message. letting you guys know about the 82 Nice, the official basketball intelligence system. Go check it out right now on my link tree. Get access to well over 100 exclusive Knicks stats that I track and more with the 82 Nice system. Expand your basketball knowledge beyond the horizon. Big time salute to my man, FS Wisdom, channel member. I see you in the building. He said, I'm taking him right now to talk about Giannis. I ain't gonna lie, I think I would take him right now too. if the package could be like really light, like I'm talking about like if it's a light package, like just like, you know, maybe one of our starters and like a bench guy, I might do it. Hello, caller, state your name, where you calling from?
He said, I'm taking it right now to talk about Giannis.
Hey, Mike, turn down your background, brother. Mike, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, big time. How you doing?
Big time salute, man. Hey, I hate to say it, but I told you so. I told you we were going to get this win against the Philadelphia 76ers. What say you?
Yeah, I'm glad they got the win against Philadelphia. I just don't want them to trade away their future. I want them to keep that draft pick they got from Washington. They could turn it to the number 9 and beyond pick.
Yeah.
And keep their pick. My thing with the Knicks is I keep hearing about Giannis. I love Giannis, but he carried Milwaukee for all these years, and he's reminding me of Antonio McDyess. We got him. He was good in the preseason. When he went down, he didn't get back around until he won a championship with San Antonio. And we lost so much to get him. So if you trade Cat and you get Giannis, how do we know Giannis is not really damaged? Now, he went down twice with the same calf. And this calf leads to Achilles, kind of to me. And the way he's going down like this, I would be very leery of a Giannis deal. I have to make sure. And I like what you said about maybe look at something in the summer, but I'm looking at Trey Murphy. That's what we need. And I don't think the Knicks are going to make a deal until they can deal Mikal Bridges. Mikal is the one that gives you a nothing burger. You need to move Mikal. And February 1st, they can move him. So if you can package him, and if you're going to package Cat, talk to the Pelicans. I mean, Zion, he's injury prone, right? He's the throw-in. The guy you want is Trey Murphy. You get Trey Murphy with Zion, I'd take that deal in a heartbeat. You get a little Zion, and the rest, Trey, the Knicks are over the top. You got OG with Trey, somebody that can give you something at the 3 that could dribble and that could play a semi-2 position. I mean, come on. And then you look forward to the draft. The Knicks can beat anybody if they put their mind to it now. But I think the locker room stuff with Brunson and with his boy on the podcast, and I don't know, is it true with this Villanova thing? Are we kind of going with the Villanova connection? We need to end that, and dealing Mikal is probably going to lead to ending that. I like Josh Hart, but if I got to package Josh would be in there too. I need to build the Knicks. The college team is a beautiful thing in college. You're not going to bring that into the NBA. It doesn't last for so long. I'm sorry we lost my man to the Timberwolves.
Right.
I'm sorry we lost him, but I got to mention this thing, and people gloss over this.
Well, yeah, one last thing, because, you know, we got the 3-minute rule, right?
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to respond to your call right after as well, because you said some things I'm going to respond to, so definitely listen to my response. I will respond to everything you said.
Okay, and one more thing. When Brunson first came here, he was trying to, prove that contract. But JR and Julius, they kind of iced out Grimes, and he looked like the bad guy, and all of a sudden he's out of off the Knicks. And then they passed to DiVincenzo because he was part of the Villanova crew. I mean, people gloss over that, but I saw that. That was evident.
Right.
So,
Tom
Thibodeau, I love we got Mike, because Mike make adjustments. Tom was good in his time. Tom wouldn't have made those adjustments. And I'm tired of them giving everything to Tom like that. and dismissing Mike Brown. He just got there, and then they put on this must-win scenario on him. They didn't do that to Tom ever in the 5 years.
Yeah, but that came with the job, brother. But Mike, I appreciate the call. You said some interesting things. I'm going to respond.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, peace, brother.
Come on, take care. God bless, man. Happy
Great
New
call.
Year.
Happy New Year. All right. Salute. That's my man, Mike. I'm gonna respond to his. I took some notes. See, that's why I'm trying to stay disciplined because I want the calls to end shorter, and I don't want to rob you guys of your time, right? Because you guys always got interesting things and stuff. But but the three things he calls in, and when he does, he always talks about this Zion trade. First off, the New Orleans Pelicans put out a statement. They're not trading Trey Murphy. They're not trading Zion Williams. They're not trading Herb Jones. They're not trading the other Murray guy that had the ACL, whatever injury he had. They're not trading a lot of their young guys, right? Now, they didn't say they wouldn't trade Alvarado and Sadiq Bey. So that's off the table. They're not looking to trade Zion or none of those guys. Secondly, the Washington Wizards draft, more than likely we're not going to get that pick. It's going to convert to 2 second-round picks, which is cool. Second round is how you build now in the NBA, but more than likely you're not going to get the first-round pick. So if you could move off of it, right, and get Giannis, right, for example, I would say to go get it. As far as Giannis comparing, see, the problem is with Knicks fans is we never seen a player like Giannis caliber, ever, right? So we keep making these comparisons to Melo, and we make these comparisons to Antonio McDyess. Antonio McDyess was never All-NBA first team. He was never an MVP, and he never scored 50 in the finals. Carmelo Anthony, as much as I love him, 5-time All-Star starter. Greatest thing that happened to New York since Ewing, right? My thing with him is he's not on that level. When we talk about Giannis, you're talking about top 75, finals MVP, right? MVP. This brother is big time. If he comes to New York, he will be the best thing. They will say Giannis is the best in the world, 100%, just by being in New York. We'll go from 38 national TV games, which ironically we have the same amount as the world champion Oklahoma City Thunder, and we ain't win nothing. If we get Giannis on this team, we're going to get 50. We're going to break the record. 50 national TV games. So Giannis is not Antonio McDyess. Also, we have the best medical staff in basketball. Casey Smith and these guys, look, they turned OG Anunoby into a consistent rotational player. Mitchell Robinson hasn't had an injury yet with this new load management plan that they got for him. So with the injury man, and also when we talk about Achilles occur when you play on the bad calf. He hasn't played on the bad calf. He's shutting it down. He re-injured the calf. Well, salute to my man JJ. He said that it was real. He saw the game. I didn't see the game yet. It didn't look real to me, but they saying it was real. So it's a different ball game. McDyess had bad knees. There's a difference between a sprain and a bad knees. So yeah, I responded to everything he said. See, that's going to be the new platform and the new protocol, by the way. If you do want to call back, or you make your first call going to be 3 minutes. All right. That's the hard rules. I want to get more calls in. And then, like I said, I'll respond to your call once we get off. But that's just the facts of life. The Pelicans, they're not trading Zion. This is not happening. He's on the no trade list. They put it out there. They're not making no trades. So try again. As far as trading at Karl Anthony Towns, I think that's a bad idea. Unless you want the Trae Young package. Now, Joel Embiid is Joel Embiid, right? And he's incredible. So give Towns some time. Hey, what's going on? Grady High School in the house.
Oh my guy, what's going on, Karan? How you doing?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I told them so, man. You heard the Friday show.
We told them so.
Hey, I said, listen, I broke it down to a T. I told them don't turn over the ball. Joel Embiid, he's back. All that. the whole shebang, and we got it done, man. So what you got to say, man?
We got it done. Yeah, I just want to talk about the rotations. I just like you said, you mentioned it to the T when you talked about the amount of minutes that the 8 men are playing, and the way the starters are not being strained with just excessive minutes. I feel like that's extremely key. I feel like Mike Brown, he has his temperature. He has the temperature of the team right now. And I know we have a back-to-back coming up. So I feel like he's going to let people know, like, hey, listen, you're not going to get in this game, but you will get in this next game. And I feel like as long as people know when they're going to play, it'll be okay. But playing everybody, I feel like every team can't do that. So I like that he's doing that. Because sometimes you just have to have a rotation. It's just as a hooper, you just want to have a flow in a rotation and know who's playing with who. And yeah, so this is one of those type of things but it's like you said, you called it, man. You called it. I called it. We knew what was going to happen.
Right. I'm telling these niggas, I'm telling you, we can still go on the run. They were so bummed out with Dallas. I'm like, hey, man, look, it's still time. Dallas, they're pretty, like, because people think, oh, well, Dallas is going to, other teams are going to do what Dallas did to us. Dallas is a top 10 defense and that #1 in 3-point defense. Not most teams can't do what Dallas does, and that's without AD and all them dudes. Absolutely. They still a good defensive team. So I knew that they would be able to tighten that up, and that's what they did. And now the rotation, I think that has a big part to play with it as well. A more defensive, balanced guys off the bench.
Absolutely.
And yeah, everybody knowing their role. They know when they get in there what they got to do.
Yep.
Just makes sense to me.
Know your role and do. And then this is a quote from Tibbs: just contribute to winning. Know what you do to contribute to winning. And I feel like somebody like Shamet, his intensity on defense just ups the level. And I have nothing against Clarkson, but his defensive intensity isn't there.
It's
so
not
when you have
there.
Somebody like Shamet playing the defense that he's playing, you just have to play him more. It's just if you want to win, you have to.
Yeah, you seen the pick and roll defense, how they were locking up with Deuce and Shamet. I mean, they were getting over the screens. They were rotating. I'm like, this is how you have to play defense, bro.
Yep.
Fire, man.
Yeah, but that's all I got. I'm gonna continue listening. I got you on the big screen, and I'm in the chat on the phone. So I'm watching you getting 2 views from me.
Yep, no doubt. Grady High School, man. Let's go.
Take it easy.
All right. Big time salute.
All right.
We got a special guest on the line as well.
Yo,
the OG Knicks fan, what's going on?
It's the OG Knicks fan from Brooklyn, baby.
By the way, if y'all don't know who the OG Knicks fan is, this is my dad. So talk to me, man. Like, what's going on, man?
Yo, son, man, I'm just watching these Knicks, right? And their identity, right? Their identity is in question right now because they have a great team. Don't get me wrong. Right. I mean, what was put together with the OGs, the Malcolm Bridges, Towns, and Brunson, and Hart, and all these guys, it's a great team. It's just they trying to adapt to this new coach style of play, right? And I don't think they gelled yet. But it was an incredible game today against the Philadelphia 76ers. And I was at work, and I called you for updates on what's going on, right?
Right, yep.
And I got home, mommy had it on. She had it on like the last 30 seconds or whatever it was, right?
Okay.
And I walk in, and she said, "This was a great game, look." And I'm like, "How is a great game?" And they came back, and it was this close.
Right.
I'm like, "What the hell went on?" Right? So that's your mother in the background talking about the end results. But
hey, mommy.
He said, I'm just saying that they need more. They got to gel, and the rotation. He cut down on the rotation, right?
Yes.
He cut players out. He's going with this particular rotation that he got. I think we do need a trade to add some more flavor to the lineup. Preferably for me, if they can get that New Orleans Pelicans trade for Jose Alvarado and the EC guy, the center. Yeah, I think that's a good trade, and that will help us out. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think that they had injuries. You know, Brunson was hurt, Hart was hurt, this one was hurt, that one was hurt. You know,
and they fully wasn't together. They wasn't together as a whole unit, you know.
Right.
And they had a bad month of January, but I think February going forward, they're gonna start dominating some teams.
I agree.
I believe that.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Because especially now they got the health, right?
Yeah.
Not that I don't make the excuses, but they do got their health. And now I think with the fine rotation, guys could be able to shine in their role because now they know, I don't got to look over my shoulder like I'm coming out the game after 2 minutes. Now I could get 5 minutes where I'm going hard, and I know I'm gonna get the opportunity. And these guys all defend off the bench too. Yeah. You got no weak links on defense off the bench, so that's another major key. And I like it, and I'm curious to see how it looks going forward. You know.
Could I ask you one question?
Yeah.
So going forward, right? And we're going into the playoffs, and you got guys on your bench like McCullough, Diawara, Kolek, big dude, right? Do you think these young guys are going to be ready in season in case an injury comes in postseason if they're not playing now, right? They got minutes, but now they're not getting any minutes. So are they going to be seasoned for postseason? Where I can say, McCullough, get off the bench, come in and do this and do that. I know you can't play a whole bunch of players every game, but I think they need to add at least 2 more bodies to the rotation for me to prepare individuals for postseason and tough games and a hard knock. The NBA is a hard knock game, you know.
Right.
And there's them great teams and you're gonna need players to come deep off your bench to represent and perform, you know, in tight situations. You know, Indiana beat the Thunder the other day. Who would have thought of that, right?
Yeah, I saw that last 5 minutes of that game.
Yeah. So anything is possible. Detroit got beat by Houston, right? So
yeah, I got to watch that game next.
Yeah, so anything's possible. But I just wanted to get that off my chest with you, man. Great show, man. Continue doing your job, man. We love it, and I'm going to become a channel member soon.
All right, man. I look forward to the support. I appreciate you guys. Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Y'all prepared for the snow, right?
Man, I got to work tomorrow, man. But I'm going to get out there early, man. Do what I got to do. I ain't got to work in it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Jerron to work the snow blower, but it's going to be good.
Okay.
All right.
So,
have a good night, man. Say hello to my team.
All right. I got you. Good night. All right. Salute to my pops and my mom's calling up. Big time salute to everybody in the chat. I'm gonna answer this question because he asked, "What about the young guys?" I think Kolek and Ariel are probably the 2 most battle tested. Diawara and McCullough, I don't even think I would put them in. To be honest, what we need to do with the trade, realistically, I would like to get somebody 6'9". I think even if you do the Sadiq Bey and the Misi and the Alvarado, you need to do another trade because you're going to need to get a 6'9" guy that can play in the rotation because Yabu ain't it. Unless they believe in Yabu and they're going to give him opportunity. I don't know how true that is because he didn't get the opportunity tonight. They brought in Ariel, you know, so clearly they don't believe in Yabu. I think they need to get another 6'9" guy and then they'll be fine. Then you don't have to worry about relying on the young guys as much because now you get a guy 6'9" who could play the forward in just case OG goes down, right? You got Shamet there, you know, just in case Hart goes down, right? And those guys, you know, Shamet plays like small forward, 2 guard kind of vibe. But you just need that 6'9" guy just in case to be that buffer, right? And then sometimes you could run double big lineup. So there's ways to get by. And I think the Eves Missy kid, I don't know if they're really considering getting him, but maybe the thought process there is that he is better than what do you call it? Ariel. So that's probably why they want to do the deal. You know, but 646-995-8389. Call up and voice your opinion. Let us know what the deal is. And continue to smash that like button, man. Continue. Oh, big time salute to my man Coach in the building. Mixtape Madness Discord server channel member. The chat's lit right now. Salute to Maxine in the house. The super producer extraordinaire. All right. Big time salute to everybody in the building, man. I see y'all. I'm throwing up the emojis. I'm trying to figure out what does the emojis do exactly. I don't, we keep smashing them, I guess it helps out somehow. I'm gonna get into some more breakdown of this game right after these messages. So before I get back to the content, I do want to let you guys know I created a new Linktree page, linktree.com/TheObjectiveFan. All you gotta do is go there, check it out. I got all types of stuff on there. You can send me a super chat. You can buy 82 Nights Journal, everything that I'm pushing, my Substack link, my YouTube link, my TikTok. If you want to connect with me more, want to get my email address, everything I'm pushing is directly on linktree.com/TheObjectiveFan. Definitely go check it out. Scan the barcode, link in the description, links everywhere, and you will be able to access more of me. Now I'll let you get back to the content. But before I do, don't forget to subscribe, like the channel, like the video, so more people can check out the video. But also, if you are a subscriber, consider joining the channel. Big time salute. Definitely check out that linktree/TheObjectiveFan. Literally everything we got going, from the sponsors to the 82 nights, everything is hosted on Linktree. One simple link where you can get access to everything. The sponsors, the whole nine. So go check that out when you get the chance. I know that Towns Towns is like the guy who is kind of, the black sheep right now. Forget that Mikal Bridges went 3 of 16, right? I love one thing about Bridges, though, I loved his aggressiveness. Like that, Bridges, that's how you got to perform. Continue to attack. I loved it. He just wasn't efficient. And he's not really getting the smoke. Everybody giving Towns the smoke. I get it. Towns is the highest paid player. He's supposed to be a superstar, all-star, whatever star you want to call him. And he hasn't really lived up to it. I think there's a good chance he will be an all-star. I don't think did they announce the all-star teams yet? I might have 100 on that. So whenever they announce it, I expect him to be on there if they didn't announce it already. Now, I got something I want to say. Remember, Towns was a game time decision, right? Now, am I capping for him? I don't want to make it seem like I'm capping for Towns, because I'm not. I'm really not. But he had some sort of back issues before the game started, right? He had some sort of back issues before the game started. The guy who we like to say is soft, well, I don't like to say it. Y'all like to say it. Y'all like to call Towns soft and et cetera, right? And all those things. I don't say that, because any man that plays hurt, when I know a lot of men would not play in that scenario, any man who leaves the game with an injury and fights to come back with an injury, it's hard for me to call that man soft. Does he respond the way you want him to at times? No, right? But that's how he chooses to respond. He's a grown man. It is what it is. That's his choice. But he was a game time decision. He was dealing with some back spasms, and he also fell on his back. How many of you guys remember that from the game? He fell on his back. Wasn't that like in the second quarter or something like that? It had to be like in the second quarter. He fell on his back. Took him a while to get up, and he was trying to grab his back because he was in pain. What if his back was really limiting him tonight? No excuse, because you laced him up, but maybe he is capable of doing better. Maybe it's not that he's a bad fit. What say you? 646-995-8389. The brother did hurt his back. I do got a caller. Hello, caller. State your name and where you calling from.
Yo, this is Steve from Indiana.
Okay, what's going on, Steve from Indiana?
Yeah, man. I'm a New Yorker, man. I'm a proud New York Knicks fan.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I actually watched the game There's a couple of mishaps over here that I wanted to talk about.
Let's go.
Yo, that crazy event that happened like before the half that happened. Josh Hart was doing some crazy, some crazy mistakes that I wanted to address.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that last possession that he did was like he threw it over like all the way like over half court.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, that's Hart has moments like that. Yeah, he's going to mess up. He's going to throw the ball away. He's going to do things that's not, good for the team at times because he's a creator. So he likes to, create either madness or, a nice bucket or a nice pass. That's just what he's going to do. And you're going to turn over the ball when you have the ball in your hands. So, yeah, I just thought it was one of those moments.
No, I think that was sloppy. And that's a mistake that they can be making because, come playoff time, when you're going to go against the same team or probably, the Pistons or even Boston, you can't be making those type of mistakes.
Yeah.
But that third quarter, I got a lot of people over here talking about how Mike Brown is a horrible coach when it comes to the third quarter. But that third quarter is the one thing that caught my mind, like that caught my attention in regards to the, exactly what the Knicks are going to show the league. I told people multiple times, you haven't seen the Knicks yet. You haven't seen the Knicks yet. There's a lot of YouTubers that be clowning the Knicks for what happened in January.
Right.
The one thing I got to say is the Knicks are already figuring it out. I already saw that third quarter. They're going to figure it out. And that is going to be something that is going to be a good habit from now on.
Right.
So,
and just to really quick to add what you're saying, anytime the Knicks have a lead entering the fourth quarter, they are 23-1 on the season. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, what was that again?
Anytime the Knicks have a lead entering the fourth quarter, they are 23-1. We only lost one game. That was to the Spurs.
Wow, that's a good record right there.
Yeah.
But no, but what I'm saying is that it's what do you also thought about the fourth quarter at the end of the fourth quarter? Because there's also a couple of iffy things going on.
Yes. Yeah, I was getting to that. Like the no center lineup. I was getting to that, man. But listen, I appreciate you, Steve, from Indiana. At first, I was like, is he an Indiana fan? I'm going to let him rock. But you had a New York accent. That's why I was like, okay, he sounds like he's a New Yorker, even though he's from Indiana. Right? Or he lives in Indiana. But big time salute to you. I got your name and number locked in. I'm going to answer your question after we get off the call. But I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you very much. Big
time salute. All right. I'm gonna answer the brother's question because I was getting there. I studied the game of basketball. But the fourth quarter had a couple of moments like, all right, it started at the end of the third quarter. I felt like as soon as this is what I would have did. As soon as Embiid left the game, I'm taking Mitch out, putting Towns back in. Why am I doing that? Because no one's going to be on the floor to try to get Towns in foul trouble. I would have kept Towns that last 4 minutes into the fourth. And then as soon as, of course, Embiid was there, I would have kept him out there, let Mitch rest. And I would have closed the show. I would have played Mitch because, you can't really close the show with Mitch because he's a foul threat. But I would have kept Mitch out there all the way up to either they was in foul trouble or to whether or not the last 2 minutes. That's how I would have coached it. So to me, that was the first blunder. And I'm like, I know I don't know more than the Knicks coaching staff. I know there's no way. I'm not going to listen. I know more than probably most fans, but there's no way I'm going to say for myself that I know more than any of the guys on the staff. But somebody had to at least see that he is getting fouls against Embiid. Nobody else really. It's really just Embiid, that matchup. So once Embiid out, Towns is in there, and then I'm closing with Mitch. That's how I would have been. And then if Towns was doing good, I would have brought him back at that 2 minute mark or later in the fourth. So that's the one thing that I didn't like. I did like him going to Ariel, right? And not choosing to go with the no center lineup. By the way, the double big lineup was a -1. Okay, because I talked a little bit about it earlier. The double big lineup was a -1. I don't know what it is about the double big lineup, but it's not showing up against the really big, good teams. Not to say Philly's the best thing since sliced bread. When you got a Joel Embiid, you would think the double big lineup would cook. They get cooked most of the time. That's why they don't start the double big lineup. But that's the one thing that I felt like he did. I felt like this would have been a blowout had he would have did that. Because they literally could not get rebounds, nor could they score when Mitchell Robinson was out there. They started to get in the rhythm when Ariel got out there. And it's not because Ariel was doing a bad job, but what happened was Joel Embiid was able to exploit him in certain ways, whether it was baiting into a foul, whether it was getting a nice little bucket inside. Certain tricks to the trade that Embiid had, because Embiid did have 10 points in that fourth quarter. Right? So I just felt like the substitution pattern would have been a little better. That's just me looking from the sideline. Whatever. They went with Towns in the fourth. They thought they was doing what they did. I knew it was going to backfire because he can't keep his hands to him. Like, he cannot control himself. And going up against Joel Embiid, yeah. That's another question, too. Did Joel Embiid reclaim his best in the East title? That's a whole nother topic. But the biggest mistake to me was the no center lineup. That to me was the most risky thing he could have ever did. That no center lineup at the end of the game, they were playing with fire, bro. So I'm going to give you so we was up 6. This was at the 4-minute mark. He goes with the no center lineup. We win by 3, so that automatically makes us a -3. Okay? So now that we are -3, the Sixers were able to capitalize in the cross matches. It's the same thing I tell you with the 3-point guard lineup. Because what's going to happen is you can't get rebounds. You got no rebound. You got Josh Hart, your only rebounder, and he's 6'5". So now you miss a shot, they get the rebound. Sixers is running in transition. The Sixers were getting buckets off makes in transition. Quick buckets. So now you find yourself on the other end of the floor because, believe it or not, the defense was really good this game from both teams. Even though both teams shot well, I thought that the transition defense was really, like, none of the buckets were easy except those catch and shoot threes. Besides that, the defense was really good from both teams. But then Oubre started getting some buckets, and then, you hard double Embiid, and now the rotation is harder to rotate because guys are coming from across the floor because the Sixers got great spacing. They got great spacing. So when you bring that double, you're bringing somebody all the way out or all the way in from the 3-point line, and now you got to rotate around because they got shooters spread out. Big time salute to my man Jose for the super chat. I do appreciate you. He said the Knicks to win tonight. I'm sorry, Knicks to win without Towns was a statement win today. Ooh, to play defense and put in the effort with the grit to win, and they showed up. Let's go Knicks. 137 to go. Hey, big time salute to you, Jose, for that super chat. It's a great win, but according to the 82 Nights, the official basketball intelligence system, a statement win is a win against a top 5 team on the road. That's just according to the 82 Nights. Now, for you, it could be a statement win. But I follow the 82 Nights program, and the Sixers are just not that good of a team. Right? And there's some more stats I could get into, but I do got a caller. We get my man in the building. Hopefully, he can still call up. 646-995-8389. Call up to voice your opinion. 3-minute call rule is in effect. Bam. All right. And we're going to be moving fast.
Yep.
Hey, how's it going, Rock? What's going on?
It's okay, bro. What's going on, man?
Hey, didn't I tell you? I told y'all. I said, hey, we going to get this win.
I didn't want to put my toe in the water because my knees were shaking. I wasn't as brave as you. I couldn't claim it, man. But you
I
called it.
hear
You
that.
called it.
I called it, man. But what's your thoughts on the game?
Yo, it's big statement win. Big statement win. It was good, man.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I gotta give the MVP to OG, man. He held it down, man.
Oh, okay.
Even when Brunson made the 2 errors at the end, OG was there to clean it up, and OG played good D in that no center lineup, man. So
yeah, he saved the game.
He sure did. He sure did.
Literally, I mean, the 3, the dunk back. I'm like, oh, the defense. Everything. Yo, I was so mad. And in the Discord server, I was so mad. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? We're throwing away the game. Why did he do it? Now, I understand from the offensive side is great. The problem is when you don't make the bucket. That's when the problems come into play because now they get the rebound. And like I said, Philly, they love to get in transition, even though they're not a high-paced team, mostly because Joel Embiid is slow and they got to wait for him. But when they get that rebound, man, them dudes is out of there.
Like you said, he may be goofy, but he got moves galore, man.
What?
Embiid, man.
Let me tell you, man, that dude Embiid, honestly, yo, he might be the best offensive center in the game.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna say he's the best center because Jokic is the offensive machine. What he generates and making his team better and what he could do. But he's no show.
It's just the
defense,
passing. It's Jokic passing. Let's keep it real. Because if you take away the assists, it wouldn't look that good.
Yeah, but he could shoot.
So. Right, he could. Oh yeah, he could shoot too. Now he gets buckets, but I'm saying the assist is why we rate him so high.
Yeah, that's true.
It's because he's getting 10 assists. If he didn't get 10 assists and he was just putting up 28 or 27 and 11 or 10, okay, that's good, but that's not. It's the assist that gives him that extra push.
But on a defense end, he can't stop a cold man. You know that.
Right. He can't. He don't play no defense. He don't play no defense.
Don't sell yourself short thinking you don't know more than the Knicks. Staff, man. Don't sell yourself.
I'm trying to be objective, man.
You'd be surprised on how many people in the position that's supposed to know something and don't know it because it's like I said, the whole thing with the double bigs not being able to play together and for Cat and Brunson not, meshing together.
Yeah, 2-man games. Yeah.
In practice, why don't you let them play 2-on-2s as teams so they can get used to it and devise a system with each other when they back to back in games. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the problem there. They say that these guys don't practice today. They don't practice.
Man, but
that's what other like professional people say. About because I'm not in the practice, so I don't know. But the other professional people say that these guys today don't practice.
Well, they need to start practicing that.
Right.
Simple. I mean, you get them to the game early, let them run 3 straight games, 2-on-2s. Put Jalen and Cat against Hot Porty and anyone.
Put him against Mitch. Put him against Mitch.
Yeah. And then put Mitch and Cat against Hot Porty and someone else. Let them, just let them form a bond offensively. Let them work it out.
Right. My one last question for you. I want to know this. How do you feel about the 8-man rotation? Do you think that it will continue to be effective going forward with Shamet, Deuce, and Mitch?
Yeah, I think so. But during the end of the season, you have to expand it because then you're gonna have to get everybody else hot and ready for the playoffs in case of injuries and just to have depth. So
yeah, that could be a drawback. But we know Mitchell Robinson is not going to be playing every game, so that'll be our opportunity for Ariel if they do a trade. But there'll be moments. It's not going to be concrete, but the only reason why I like it is because they all play defense.
Right.
And I feel like you need a defensive team out there to go with Brunson.
Definitely. And just like you said, and I've said plenty of times, cannot trade Mitch. Trade Mitch.
Bingo. But I appreciate you, Rock, man. Great call. And I'll be back tonight if you around NBA Saturdays.
Okay, bro.
All right, man. Big time salute.
Okay.
All right. NBA Fan Saturdays going down tonight. I think it's what I scheduled for 11 o'clock. It's going to be a night show. So if you're a night person, be there. It's cold outside. Where you going? You might as well come watch the night show tonight. A lot of you guys are off tomorrow. You might as well come watch the night show, man. NBA Saturdays. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. Games getting canceled, players getting injured, Oklahoma City losing to Indiana. By the way, Indiana played them tough, too. They went to double overtime the first game of the season. It's something about that matchup with Indiana that gives OKC trouble. But if that was the Knicks, oh, my God. Oh, the Knicks are the worst thing ever. But OKC lose to Indiana, and it's like, yeah, they lost, but they still the champions. Yeah, it's just interesting the levels of parity that goes on in the league. But that no center lineup, to put a bow in it, hella risky. But like Rock said, OG Anunoby saved the day. It also threw the Sixers off defensively. They didn't know how to guard it. Because now, where do you put Embiid? Like, you can't hide him. See, you could hide Embiid on Mitch, right? You can't hide him on OG because OG gonna find the mismatch. And he gonna get by you, get a dunk, and he's very active. I love the way OG played tonight. He played the perfect third option role. I was a little concerned after the first quarter because OG Anunoby, he only had 2 shots in the first quarter. That's it. He finished with 15 shots. That means that he became more aggressive. Now, I thought this Dominic Barlow kid, who I wish we could trade. I know Philadelphia is not going to trade, but this kid right here, this is the kid that I'm talking about. He would be the 9th man in our rotation, bro. This kid plays defense. He's 6'9", guards multiple positions. He put the clamps on OG early in the game. Remember that dude that was guarding OG? OG couldn't move with the ball? That was this kid. They made the mistake because they took this kid off of OG. By the way, people think that our bench is weak. The 76ers got one of the weakest benches I've seen in basketball, bro. Like, they don't got, to be honest, I can't say that because McCain, I'm not sure what happened to McCain. Is he dealing with an injury? McCain could be instant offense. No, wait, hold on. Wait, I just thought about it. We didn't have no injuries this game. So why McCain didn't play? He played the last game I saw from them. I don't know why McCain didn't play, but he's somebody that could get buckets. Grimes could get hot, but Grimes is not consistent, bro. He's not. Grimes will have 25, and then he'll have 2. That's Quentin Grimes in a nutshell. But Bona, no buckets. Barlow could get buckets, but he's not a scorer. And Wofford is just a hustle guy, right? So they don't got the way they play their bench, they don't got no offense besides Grimes if Grimes shows up on offense that night. But their bench is not really producing much for them. So it puts a lot of strain. But another issue, like I said, I really think the Philadelphia 76ers, I think they got some issues because they are 12-13 at home. This is one of the best road teams in basketball. I told you this on Friday. That's why you need to subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, and make sure you hit that bell icon. I told you on Friday, the 76ers, they're a bad home team. They're a bad home team. They're great on the road, but it's something about at home where they just crumble, boy. They lost 2 out of their last. They won 2 out of their last 6 at home. And they only beat Indiana, and they beat, I think it was Washington, or they beat somebody without a star. But they lost to Cleveland twice. They lost to the Suns. So clearly they struggling, man. So I knew that coming in, and that was my trump card. I'm like, okay, even though the Knicks are 1-11 on the road against 500 and above teams, I'm like, man, they could redeem themselves against the 76ers because at home, they're just not the same team. But the issue is the Embiid is like, he slows the game down, man. Maxey only had 22 points. Maxey averages over 30 a game. Not anymore, I don't think, after this. But he slows everything down. You literally have to wait for him to trot across half court. And before you know it, 10 seconds goes by. This is why they're not top 10 in pace. If Embiid wasn't there or hurt, the Philadelphia 76ers would be like top 10 in pace. But he slows them down. We gotta wait for Embiid. And if they're not winning games, he and Maxey, they gonna clash the same way they clashed. Was it last year or was that the year before last year when the details to the players only or team meeting got leaked out? But this game was won based off of not turning over the ball. That's how this game was won. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. Do you agree? Do you disagree? By the way, these are the call-up show rules. Once again, we do got the $5 callback option. So if you do want to call up, yo, these Detroit dudes is crazy, bro. Hold up. I'm getting text messages from Detroit dudes. Hold on, this is another one? Oh my, yo, guys. I literally have like 5 Detroit dudes. I got them numbered Detroit number 1, Detroit number 2, Detroit number 3, Detroit number 4, Detroit hater number 1, Detroit hater number 2. They all labeled that. I don't even got their names. They be texting me, Detroit basketball. Like, why? Did Detroit just win? Why is he texting me? We're not even talking about the Pistons. Like, what the hell? These guys is crazy. I'm telling you, man, these guys are crazy, bro. That's why I had to block the private numbers from calling me. Let me see. Did Detroit win tonight? Detroit, they had to win. Or he's just trolling me. Oh, my phone died. Man, these guys is something else. What the hell's going on, man? Detroit basketball. This is wild, bro. It's like, how many of these dudes gonna come out the woodworks, man? So now I got Detroit hater number 6 now. Man, when I'm telling you the worst fan base is Miami and then Detroit, you know, at least my experience, I'm saying, in doing this. You know, we get trolls from all the teams, but these guys is different. Big time salute to everybody in the building, man. Let's keep getting those likes up. Maxine, where are we on the likes? What did we say? We get 100 likes, we give away some memberships or something like that? We need to get the likes up. AP says, salute to you, AP. He said because Detroit want to feel important. Yo, these guys is different, B. They are different. Like, we didn't even lose tonight. Like, if we would have lost, okay. But come on, bro. Oh, we got a Sixer fan. Yo, yeah, Eric, call up. Call up, Eric. This is it's shine time. See, they ain't gonna call up when they lose. Okay. How far are we on the likes, Maxine? What is the number on the likes we need to give away some memberships? Look at Maxine, the super producer, man. She does everything right. Let's see. Bad news for Brooklyn. What happened to Brooklyn? Okay. Yes, that salute to my man, that guy 22. The free throws, I was gonna get to the free throws. The free throws is the reason why we lost. Hold on. I do agree with that because that would have also made the lead a lot better. We got to the line, which is, man, I'm telling you right now, the Knicks are playing the way I want them to play. We didn't get over 50. The only thing I didn't like, we didn't get over 50 paint, not paint, 50 2-point shots. I want us to get 55 2-point shots a game. If we can get 55 2-point shots a game, we'll be a problem. I'm gonna get. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that stat for you too. I'm gonna get that stat for you too. The 55 2-point shots. I'm gonna get that record for you on the next Knicks in 10 show. By the way, we'll be back tomorrow as well with the snow. We might have to do a snow show special tomorrow. Everybody snowed in, so we'll definitely be back tomorrow. I know we got football starting at 3, so it'll probably be around those football games, and because we ain't got nowhere to go, we're gonna be snowed in tomorrow. So I'm going live. So it's gonna be like a level-headed Knicks talk or something like that. Let me see what Maxine. Okay. Oh, we need 20? So, 20 more likes, man. We're going to give away some memberships. Let's get the likes up, man. Matter of fact, let's get the like screen up there. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's get them likes up so we could give away some memberships, man. Big time salute to all the channel members in the house. By the way, channel members, man, what's going on with you? Get inside the Discord server, man, so we could watch the game together, man. This is what we do. We be in there having some great conversations, man. You missing out. If you are a channel member and you're not in the Discord, man, I don't know what to tell you. All you got to do is go to the membership section. I made a post there, but we got to get these likes up before I get into this super chat and I get into the free throw. 100%. 100%. Maxine, let me know where we are. As you come in, smash them thumbs up. Only 88% of the people said they smashed the like button. We need to get that up to well over 90. I can't believe Detroit is like, this is wild, bro. Listen, Detroit, once we get to February, like 2nd or 3rd, I'm going to start calling you dudes. I'm going to call each show, I'm going to call a different Detroit dude. Let's see if they answer. Okay, so we 18 away. All right. So we 18 away. We got to get the likes up. Let's get 5 more likes and I'll get into it. But we got to get the likes up to get the memberships, man. You know what I mean? The likes are it's the fuel to the algorithm and the system. And for us to be productive, we need the likes up. So I'm gonna talk about these super chats. Keep smashing that like button. Damn, my light just died. That sucks. Big time salute to my man AP. Get Eric on the phone, let him back up what he says. Nah, he ain't gonna call up. They lost. But to be fair about Eric though, I don't think he calls up when they win either. I don't remember him calling up when Detroit beat us. To be fair. You know what I'm saying? To be fair, I don't remember. Oh, big time salute. We do got a new channel member. My man, is that? Hold on, is that it? I'm gonna be respectful. It says Jessis. Okay, so this is a lady. Jessis Nail Art. So if you are a lady, big time salute to you. Welcome to the membership. Definitely, I'm gonna tell you right now, you need to get inside that Discord server if you love talking Knicks, because we talk Knicks 24/7. Whether there's a season, whether there's a playoffs, it doesn't matter. Salute to all the channel members in the building. Let them know they need to get inside the Discord server so we could really rap. But as far as Eric getting on the phone, I don't know, huh? I know. I just set it up. Maxine, remember there's a delay, Maxine. Maxine telling me to give a salute to Jesse. Big time salute to Jesse. Look at this guy. I'll be tuned in tomorrow. We here. Get out of here, Detroit. These guys are trying to have a conversation with me via text while I'm on live. Could you believe this? Could you believe this? Also, by the way, channel members, you get one free like super chat or a member chat message. So I'm not sure if you guys know that. So you could always access a member chat, channel members, if you want me to read a message that I'm not seeing. You could use a member chat. You get 1 per month. So that's another benefit of being a channel member. You feel me? Yeah, Maxine, let me know. Just keep me abreast of the count. But I would love for Eric to call up because, yeah, he be in the chat. He be in the chat. I know Eric. He's not as bad as the rest of them, but you know, you got to be wary of the Philly guys. Some of the Philly guys can be. There's some cool ones, but But anyway, as far as the free throw shooting is concerned, 56% from the line is bad. I agree with what the brother's statement was earlier. And you can't blame Mitchell Robinson because he didn't attempt a free throw. so you can't even put this on Mitch. And then Brunson, he missed 2 free throws down the stretch. He was 3 of 3, and we get down the stretch, and our captain, he misses 2 goddamn free. I was like, are you serious? Are we going to really lose like this? Because you got to watch Maxey. Maxey will hit 40-foot threes to win games. I've seen him do it. So I'm like, oh, my God, the last thing we need. But, we got a little luck because the refs definitely missed some from fouls. Like Shamet tried to foul Maxey. That's a fact. He did, but they didn't call it. And also, Brunson fouled. He tried to foul Embiid, but they didn't call it. So that's why I don't like to argue calls, because you also get your fair share of calls, to be fair and to be honest. Right? But definitely continue to smash the like button, like my man AP said, one of the first channel mods on the channel. Smash that like button. I'm trying to give away some memberships tonight because I need to get some people in the Discord server. But yeah, we left it on the line, man. We left it on the line. And believe it or not, Towns was getting to the line. Like Towns, man, he has to control himself, bro. Because Towns was super effective at the line, bro. He had a good stretch in that. What was that? That was the second quarter. He had a good stretch of games. Big time. Oh, hold on. I do got a super chat. Let me check that out. Definitely keep the super chats coming. My man AP says Detroit will be the 94 Sonics. Ooh, you went back to 94 on them. I don't even think you got to go back that far. I think they could be last year's Cavaliers, to be honest with you. But if y'all don't know what the 94 Sonics is, I'll show you. All right. Because, that's what the beauty of the research mode. I'm going to show you why he says that. When he took it back with the 94 Sonics. Hold on. Let me see if I do it like this, it'll pop up. All right, cool. Seattle. Supersonics, man. How many of you guys knew that OKC is the Supersonics? Did you guys know that? How many of you guys knew that? He said the 94 Sonics, not 95. So, how many of you guys remember the 94 Sonics? 63-19, right? Number 1 in the Pacific Division. All the hype. Who they had on their squad? They had a squad, bro. Sean Kemp, Irvin Johnson, Kendall Gill. How many of you guys remember Kendall Gill? Yo, they had a squad. Nate McMillan was in bag. Of course, Gary Payton locking everything up. Sam Perkins. Oh, my God. Deadlift Shrimp. Oh, my God. How many of you guys remember this Sonics team? Man, the reason why he's saying that is because they lost in the first round to the Denver Nuggets. I think that could be possible. Oh, my God. Yo, how's it going, Moses? Talk to me. What's going on, brother?
And I fell asleep on the game, but I'm glad they won.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just to get out the slump,
Yeah, facts, 100%.
Back to back. That's a good thing, I think that Brunson meeting sound like a coffee espresso wake up call.
Right.
So
right.
But my question is again, do you think they're gonna make any trades before the deadline?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Who do you think they're gonna get?
I think they're leaning towards Alvarado. I don't like the Alvarado trade because now you're gonna have 2 small guards. Like, I really want Najee Marshall, but the money might not work out. I want somebody, but The Champagne kid, any Champagne, the Spurs Champagne or the Wizards Champagne, you can't go wrong. They're like Ken and Ryu. I get one of the Champagne kids. Yeah, I would do that.
How good are they?
How good are they? They torch us every time we see them. You don't remember the Spurs Champagne had like 36 points? He broke the 3-point record? Yeah. yeah, Champagne. Yeah. Don't worry. When we see the Wizards again, and if we don't trade for him, just know he'll be the guy that's hitting the open threes in the corner. Yeah, that guy.
How tall is he?
He's 6'6". Plays defense.
Okay, but the thing is again, I understand they probably not no 6'10" guys out there that we could get right now or in the league like that. You know, but because again, when we going up against guys like Embiid in the playoff, when we going up against, the big men, that's going to kill us. Even if we got a 6'8" player, that's like OG Anunoby. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that, but still, I don't think it's going to be enough when we play the places next year when these guys come back. Because remember, that's what killed us last year in the postseason.
Right.
So, so this is what I think Leon Rose is looking at. I think we need a big, bro. Like we need. Like I don't need no more guards. I'm good on the 1 and the 2s. I need the at least the 4s.
Well, Champagne is not a 2. He's a 3. To be fair, he's a 3-2. He could play 3-2. Yeah.
But aren't you aiming at like the 4s, at least the 4s?
The only problem with the 4s, I don't think you're gonna get a 4. I realistically, there's not too many nice 4s that are available for trade. Like I hadn't seen. I know Sadiq Bey is thrown out there, but I don't know if the Pelicans want what we have to get Sadiq Bey. But he's probably the best one that I've seen that's out there.
But hey, give it a shot. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you never know,
you never know. But one last thing I'm gonna say is like,
okay.
This team, I still believe we could get to the Eastern Conference if we're healthy. You understand? It's just, it's an 82 game stretch. Sometimes we go into like a little slump. Every team goes through it at times.
100%.
But hey, just wake up, smell the coffee, be healthy, and I hope we get to the finals. And I hope we play. I hope we face OKC. This is a long time from now, but I hope we play OKC. And I'm praying that this dream hits me last night. Like, imagine we go to the finals and against OKC, and we go up against our former Knicks player Hartenstein, and we won the finals. That's what
I take it, brother.
You know, it's crazy. One last thing I'm gonna say. That might change. How many years Hartenstein got in OKC?
He got two years in the option, man. But listen, I appreciate you. I do got more calls, brother.
I'm glad you said that because that's after 2 years, Hartenstein might want to come back here.
Nah, we good. We don't need him, and we can't afford him. But I'm gonna holler back at you, brother. All right, big time salute. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Hopefully, this is not a Detroit. Listen, hopefully this is not a Detroit person. I don't want to talk to no Detroit people. Let's see who this is.
Hello.
Hey, caller, state your name and where you calling from.
What's up, man? My name is Darren. I'm calling from Florida, courtesy of Brooklyn. How you doing, man?
Oh, thank you. Okay, good. Oh, man, I thought you was. I was praying it wasn't like a Heat fan or nothing like that.
Nah,
What's
man.
going on?
Knicks fan.
Let's go, brother.
Since back in the day. How you doing, bro? Big fan.
Listen, man. I'm doing good, man. When the Knicks win, don't it feel like your night is at peace when the Knicks get that win?
It does, but today's win, it was nice, but the ending left a little bad taste in my mouth, but we're going to take it.
I agree. I agree. It definitely did leave a bad taste, but yeah, you got to take it.
I just want to touch on a couple of things if I got a minute.
Go ahead.
Third quarter today, one of the best quarters I've seen them play. They were locked in defensively. These guys before, Edgecombe and Maxey, has been giving us fits this year. That third quarter, they locked in, and Brunson was on the floor, which was encouraging. So it shows they're capable of locking in on defense when they 100%. Want to.
Yeah.
Trade targets. I agree with you with the Alvarado. Don't really do it for me. Small. I would love Najee Marshall because in the playoff, they're going to be blitzing Brunson. and we need more ball handlers. Yep. Especially someone with size that could get his own shot. He has some dog in him, play some D. Yep. So I would love him. And Yves Missy, I would take him too. I would like that. My quick question to you.
Yeah.
Would you throw Deuce in a package for Najee Marshall?
See, you see, the thing about it is Deuce experience, right? I would love to keep Deuce and get another big guard, but Najee Marshall, guaranteed bucket, and he rebounds.
Better fit for us right now.
It's
and
tough.
I love Deuce.
It's tough.
And here's my other thing. Cat, Bridges.
Okay.
I mean, I'm frustrated with these guys, you know.
Right.
And Bridges, this is like a year ago. We see how big he was. He won us the series, helped win us the series versus the Celtics, right? We can't forget about that.
Right.
This guy, though, when I remember watching him versus the Spurs when he went off on Christmas Day, I said this guy might be our second most important player offensively in the half-court set at that time after that game. With his mid-range, I know he's not as talented as Cat offensively, but what he did that game, I said this guy come playoff time might be our second most offensive player in the half-court set when it gets slowed down, right? And I used to battle. If I had to give up him or OG, who would I give up? My answer now, I'm giving up Kale before OG because OG got his shortcomings. When he dribbles, he drives me crazy. He don't have a handle, and it kills me when he does that.
Right.
But the man goes to the hole hard, and the man's defense is invaluable when you can cover Joel Embiid, go to Paul George, and switch off on a maxi. It's invaluable. Bridges, I know he got more in there, man, but you can't teach someone to be a dog. You can't. I want to like Bridges, but he needs to be tougher, man, on the court. He needs to be more aggressive, you know. And listen, I'm not trying to dog him. He just needs to show us more, man. Cat, frustrating. And here's another thing. Would you do Cat? I know a lot of people are against it for Jaren Jackson. That's something I would consider. Jaren Jackson scored 20 points a game, and the defense and rebounding, man, it's something I would really consider, you know? So
I hear you. And you know what? After we get up the call, I'll answer the question, brother. But look, I appreciate you, man. Great call. I'm going to lock in your name and number.
No problem,
and
man.
I look forward to your future calls. Brother. I appreciate you. No
All
doubt.
right, man. All right, later.
All right. Big time salute. I'm going to answer that question, too, in terms of would I trade Towns for Jaren Jackson? The only problem with that trade, I don't know if, as nice as Jaren Jackson is, and I like Jaren Jackson, I don't think he's the second option on the championship team. That's my one knock. When Ja Morant went down, to me, the guy of that team was Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane was averaging like 25 and like, I can't remember the amount of assists, but like, and once again, I'm not going to act like I watch like that much Memphis basketball. I usually watch them if they're going up against a team I'm doing some scouting for, or if they're playing against the Knicks. And I just don't get from him championship, second option, and he doesn't crash the glass like that. And I don't know how him and Mitch will look together. You know, I know he played with Adams, right? Wasn't Adams with Memphis? But I just don't know about that. I'm not confident that he can elevate his game the way Towns had. Now, defensively is great. I think defensively, you might be a top 10 defense. You know, but, you know, Towns is still the big bodega, man. And, you know, I think that tonight, I'm going to give Towns more of a pass than Bridges, only because he has a back injury and he was questionable. So that means he pushed to play this game. Like, he pushed to play this game. Like, he didn't have to. He was late. We talked about it last night. I put it up. I showed the source. He's a last-minute GTD, and he decided to play. Maybe he just wasn't feeling it tonight. Maybe he just wasn't 100%. I think he's the final piece to the puzzle right now. I think everybody else will be fine. Like Bridges is just a team player. I'm not really worried about Bridges. He just didn't have it going tonight. I mean, he deserves the smoke and the fire, though. He definitely does. Because let's face it, Bridges is a fourth option. That's just what his game is bogged down to. So that's why I can't really hold him to the same fire that I would hold Towns. But I think he does deserve to have to be held towards the fire, because you got to be more efficient than 3 for 15. What was he? 3 for 16? You know, you got to be more efficient than this. So, yeah, man. I mean, I get it, but my critique is more for Towns, but I'm still giving Towns a pass because of the back. You know, big time salute to okay, all right, definitely getting the likes up. All right, cool. HI, something about HI and the Great, man. We in a battle right now, fantasy league. He's killing me right now because all of my star players are hurt. He said JJJ is trash. Oh my God. Yo, the Discord server, man. Yo, if you're a channel member, you need to get in the Discord so you can see this stuff straight up. How's it going, Dorgosaurus Rex, man?
How you doing, boss?
Hey, man, talk to me. What were your thoughts on the game? I'm curious to know where you stand.
So this was an interesting one. Definitely up and down, to say the least. It was good to see some of the guys get back in shape. I thought OG, like this was a game where, again, like, it's a particular reason I called you, because this game is, I feel like the plus minus tells nothing about the game, basically. Because OG's game was outstanding, but he ended up a -8. And I was thinking,
you can't look at the plus minus,
in this particular game, it doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah.
So I was looking at like what happened, especially because that like last quarter and last like 5-minute stretch was really dicey, you know? And so what I was noticing is, so Cat fouled out. Mitch was already at 27 minutes, so he wasn't going to play anymore. And I guess they didn't trust Huck Porty on the stretch. And what happened is they put OG as the center with not even Mikal Bridges out there. And even though Mikal shot very poorly, he actually did play some defense tonight. At least relative to what.
Defense was great. Yeah, defense was great.
So at the end, he sat McCall because I guess he was bricking a lot. You know, granted he was, but that last like 3-minute stretch alone, they scored like 14 points. They scored in every possession.
Crazy.
And that is like, see, that's the thing that I don't like about Mike Brown is like and I don't like to give Tibbs props, but Tibbs would always choose the bigger player. He always understood the value of size.
Bingo.
And he always wanted to have like a big player out there, even to his detriment sometimes. But Mike Brown is the opposite extreme. He always, how can I go smaller? And I think in the end, like he kind of almost threw the game by doing that, I think.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I wrote in my journal. I'm like, wait a minute. I screamed. Maxine was like, "What do you do? Like, why are you screaming?" I said, "This guy plays no center lineup at a crucial time like this." Now
against
on the
Embiid,
offensive
healthy
end,
Embiid, bro.
Right. Now on the offensive end is great, but what happens when you don't get the rebound?
Yeah,
you're in trouble.
And there were so many points in that last stretch where it was literally Deuce, Landry, like Josh Hart, and OG as the center, and Jalen Brunson, which
crazy.
Like, of course, they got killed in that last stretch, you know. And it's frustrating because I feel like he's gonna look at say small ball works, and I just hate that takeaway because first of all, it's a confirmation bias that look, it worked, it ended up so good, and second of all, like you don't have to literally put the smallest players on the floor to play small ball. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just because it's in the name. Let me get a shrink ray and make it like, no. You can have fast players.
Right.
And some height on the floor, you know, with the concept.
Right.
So you're playing against one of the best centers in the East, bro. Like, what are you doing? You know?
Wild.
And in that literally, like in those last 3 minutes, they had like 15 points, 17 points. We got outscored in the fourth quarter by 10.
By 10. And he playing with fire. Great point with the points, by the way. Great point.
And also, like, to be fair, look, I'm number one Shaman hater. Thank God he hit his shots today. But also, full context, he kind of blew it in the first quarter. He was getting cooked on defense. First half, he was not playing good defense. And for me, my thing is, I never said the guy can't shoot. If you're going to have him out there, it's better to use him as just a pure shooter. Don't kid yourself that this guy can play defense on max.
Oh,
like what are we doing?
Yeah, it's funny to me too. Yeah, it's funny because he never was a defensive player before he got here, but now all of a sudden he's a defender.
That's just a narrative, bro. That's just a narrative. It flies in the face of reality. So I'm like, I'm not saying to trade him, but would be objectively better. You just put him in the corner and have him just shoot. Like he's better for that than to stop Maxey or Oubre. You saw Oubre get a layup on him, or there was a time in the fourth quarter and be the little entry pass over him to Oubre under the rim. Like, not going to be resistance there. So that drives me crazy, and I don't want to see, even though it's hard at the end there, we're going to try OG. Like, do not do that lineup again, please. Like,
please don't.
I have a feeling, I just know. But if it was small, now that I really could see that that's his bias, I'm gonna start. He's gonna try to start shaving inches off of every lineup. Oh, if it's small, he literally thinks it's like 1 inch means you're like 10 times faster. Like every inch shorter is like. I'm like,
right, man.
You gotta just start calling him out on that now as a fan base because. No,
I've been calling him out for the 3-point guards, man. But I appreciate you, Dogosaurus Rex. Great call as always, man. 100%. I'm gonna go in on that too. That point that you just made.
Because we don't want to see none of that no more. We got Boyd bad enough as it is. Come on.
Exactly, man. I appreciate you, brother. Big time salute. All right. Yeah, I'm glad Dogosaurus Rex seen what I seen. And I love that aspect. I didn't even add that. They scored like 15 points against that same lineup. Now, we scored 2, but the bottom line is like you had a 6-point lead and it got cut to 3 at the end of the game. You're a -3. You're lucky that, it was just a lot of luck. It was a lot of luck. And it didn't have to be that hard. But this is why, to all of my people who don't want to do a trade, this is why you need to do a trade. Because if you don't got nobody else that's 6'10" on your team or 6'9" and taller that you don't trust, you got to make a trade. Because Yabu should have been the guy that went into the game. All right, you want to go smaller? I'm going to go at least with Yabu. But Yabu can't rebound. He can't guard on the perimeter. So, all right, we're just going to go with a whole bunch of perimeter dudes. And that's just not going to be the recipe for success. I'm going to talk more about this after these messages.
Quick shout out to one of our partners, Self. A lot of people don't realize how much your credit impacts your real life options. Where you can live, what you can drive, even the kind of opportunities you can access. Self is a platform designed to help you build and strengthen your credit in a smart, structured way. It's not about quick fixes. It's about turning consistency into leverage. Whether you're rebuilding, starting fresh, or just trying to put yourself in a stronger financial position, Self gives you tools to help create real financial structure over time. If improving your credit and setting up your financial foundation is one of your goals this year, check out Self through the link in the description. Self. Build your credit, build your options.
Big time salute to Maxine for giving us a wonderful message. Definitely check out Self on the Linktree. And it's a fast way to improve your credit score. That's Linktree/TheObjectiveFan. You also have to go there to be able to take advantage of the special offers. Okay. Sure my thing is good. Okay, we still good. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. I thought that was a great call. When you go to the play-by-play on ESPN, you will be able to see it. They scored so many points in that last little stretch. Like we played so good. 13 points in the third. Then they scored 32, more than double what they did in the third. And that's just because of poor balance and him going with this small lineup. But look, you can see it right here. I believe it was around this mark here when the Knicks called the timeout. We were up 7 technically, but okay. And then, Joel Embiid makes the free throw. And then they go from 95 to 109. 14 points against this little lineup. That's insane, bro. That is insane. And, you're playing Russian roulette. You could ask HRM, anyone in the Discord. I said, yo, we trying to throw away the game. I bugged that. I'm like, he's really doing this right now? Is Mike Brown really going to cost us the game? It's crazy stuff, man. But, OG Anunoby, once again, save the game, bro. I just love his aggression. And when they didn't put the Barlow kid on him, they kept Barlow away, OG was cooking. But that Barlow kid, man, I wish we could get him. I know that will never happen. It will never happen. 646-995-8389. Continue to smash that like button, man. We're trying to get to 100 likes tonight. And please, let's do that because I want to get more people in the Discord. And yeah, we do got a caller. Yuri, what's going on?
Hey, Philly fans, where y'all at?
We got one in the chat. He ain't calling up though.
He ain't calling. Hey, we friendly. We friendly. Come on, don't be scared.
Oh, they scared.
Yo, what a game tonight from the Knicks, man. What a gritty win.
Yeah.
Gritty win. You can't ask for any more than that.
Yeah.
Oh, what about that boy OG?
It looked good to me tonight. I mean, except when Barlow guarded him, except for that one little stretch in the first quarter. He looked good to me.
He looked great, man. He looked fantastic after that first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it just.
I didn't like throughout that game, though.
What's that?
The minute Mikal and Tech go off the floor, the Knicks go on a run. I ain't like the way that Mike Brown substituted in that fourth quarter.
Okay.
That was my pet peeve for him. Other than that, he puts the right buttons.
Yeah, I thought that he was pretty good. I like the 8-man rotation. How you feel about the 8-man rotation?
That just goes to show that Mike Brown's tightening ship now.
Yeah.
He's tightening ship. We got all our players healthy now. Fully healthy, finally.
Right.
So now we're going to see more of an 8 to 9-man rotation, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because Yabu played 4 minutes, but that don't really count. You know what I'm saying?
Don't really
like,
count the Yabu minutes.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, it's 9 men, but he only played.
It's not really
4
9 men.
minutes.
Come on, that was an 8-man rotation.
It's really an 8-man. Exactly.
Normally, I would count it if it was early in the season, but now it's like, okay, come on now, 8 men. Right. Come on now.
And you understand the difference between that and what Tibbs did, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I think the difference of what Tibbs did last year compared to this year, they're more rested now compared to last year.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, they're not getting 40 minutes. They're not getting 37 minutes. Like Brunson was the only one that got 38 minutes, but the rest of those guys.
The only one, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I figured as much.
Yep.
Cat fouling out of the game was more of a blessing with disguise to us.
You think
Ariel
so?
Got his shot, and boy, Ariel provided some great minutes tonight. So shout out to Ariel to stay ready. Ready for his number to be called.
Yeah.
But hey, Karan, you were right, man. They're going on a run.
I said it.
I
did a video. Remember, I thought they was gonna embarrass me or they was gonna make me look like I had to eat crow. But hey, I told you I believe the redemption arc.
And guess what, Karan? Again, we're fully healthy. Mike Brown's got Shamit back.
Yep.
So now we're gonna start to see a rotation of Jalen, of Deuce McBride, Mitch, Shamit. Yeah, that's your 8-man.
That's your 8-man. Yep.
I don't know who's gonna be in the 9th if a trade does happen.
Whoever that guy is would be the 9th. I just hope it ain't Alvarado. He's too small.
I don't think it's gonna be Alvarado. I don't think so. But it goes to show that I think the main highlight is Mike Franc's tightening ship up now.
Yep.
And I hope
100%.
that we continue to see an 8 or 9-man rotation.
Oh, you will. You will.
Enough of the 10-man, 11-man bull crap. Come on now.
Yeah, that's that Steve Kerr philosophy, man. But yo, Yuri, I appreciate the call, man. Yo, great call. And yeah, man, you gotta get back in that Discord, man. You gotta get back in the Discord.
Going back in the Discord next month for more after my cruise.
All right, I look forward to it, my brother.
I know y'all miss me in there. I know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, we get you back when you're ready.
All right, no problem, brother.
All right, big time salute. All right, that's my man Yuri. Definitely one of the channel mods. Still a member as well. Big time salute to him, but he has some things he has to do. Let's see. AP said something that was crazy. That was hilarious. No, was that HRM? Oh yeah, HRM said refs are movie directors. They out there directing movies. Oh man, it's crazy. It is crazy because they blew some calls, and the challenges that both teams did. Blown call. They blew a lot of calls, and they had some veterans out there too. I can't remember the guy's name. Not Steve Jarry. I can't remember the guy's name. Damn. Anyway, they had some veteran refs, and they were just missing calls. Missing calls. By the way, I understand. Maybe Saturday night you might be out with the fam, but you wanna add to the conversation. You could always send a Cash App or a donation, and I will make sure I'll read your super chat. We went all the way back to the 1994 Sonics. So whatever you got to say, we'll talk about it, And I'm actually happy that Dorkosaurus Rex noticed that about that small lineup. Like, I'm not the only one that's crazy. Because somebody should have saw it, but somebody should have also saw that the Towns. He should have put Towns in at the end of the third. And that way he could have got some buckets, got some confidence, no Embiid. Then in the fourth, you make that decision. But, hindsight 2020, we won the game. We won the game. I'm just waiting for trade news. Why do you guys think we ain't getting much trade news, man? Like, I think I have an idea why, though. Because a lot of teams are hard cap, and they can't spend more money. So normally you could give cash up and all. A lot of teams ain't got that cash. A lot of teams have a lot of restrictions on the deals they can do. So because of that, it's a lot harder to do trades. But to all my channel members, and this is a good time to join the channel. I got a doozy. I'm gonna go talk about Boston. I'm gonna do one on Boston, and because I have a video talking about destroy your enemies totally, talking about Boston. I gotta follow that one up. Because yeah, Boston, man. Oof. Boston is something else. They're a serious threat, and they can make a trade that could really, it could really be bad. But 646-995-8389. We are talking about the Knicks' victory tonight against the Philadelphia 76ers. These guys, they pulled it out. They did what they had to do. And, Josh Hart, to me, besides that one, that's another, I forgot. Okay, cool. The brother that called up earlier talking about Josh Hart, that one play. This is why I also gave Josh Hart the pass. He only has one turnover. Like, that only hurt us one time. Okay? That realistically, that one turnover at the end of the second quarter wasn't that bad. It is what it is. Once again, he's a creator. So when you're a creator, you're going to turn the ball over. He's still not, he averages on the year. Hold on really quickly. He averages on the year, I think 2 turnovers, right? Yeah, 2.2 turnovers. So, I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty damn good, For somebody that averaged 5 assists, two turnovers, that's a good assist to turnover ratio. So I take that. That's why it's not a big deal. But everything else he did on the floor was so impactful. Making plays for others. Leading the team in assists, leading the team in rebounds. That's a glue guy. He's a glue guy. 5 offensive rebounds, 8 defensive rebounds when we know that the Philadelphia 76ers, they're a really great offensive rebounding team. So we needed those rebounds. Those 8 defensive rebounds help get us opportunities and take away opportunities for the Philadelphia 76ers to score. So I think that what Josh Hart did tonight was overwhelmingly mostly good, and also plus minus like Dorcosaurus Rex. It's always stats with context, right? It's always stats with context. If you're playing with a unit that may not be the strongest unit, your plus minus could tank. So how I like to look at plus minus, I value it more, one, for bench guys. That's one. Because sometimes in extended minutes, like Towns only played 16 minutes. So a lot of Mitchell Robinson's minutes was apart from Karl-Anthony Towns. They only played, maybe like 6 minutes together? So, or 5 minutes together? So that means that Mitchell Robinson was a plus 14, and most of this was with the starting lineup. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, to me, that's more impactful because that means that he was better than Towns, who just so happened to be a -6. And he's not a better than Towns because he's a plus 14 and Towns is a -6. He's better than Towns because he spent more time with the starting lineup than Towns did and greatly impacted those guys. And the only reason why that's true is because Towns was in foul trouble. And if he didn't play more with the starters than Towns, it's probably the same, or right, just a little bit less. So, just to give you a context with plus minus, I hate when people say, well, you were a plus 12. As a starter, if you're blowing the opposing team out, okay, you could have been bad. Like, okay, Mikal Bridges is a plus 4, but he shot 3 of 16 from the field. Like, the plus 4 doesn't excuse his 3 of 16 from the 4. But he did play great defense because he had Maxey on smash. So, like, just use plus minus as a tool to analyze the effectiveness of certain lineups. But let's not make it like it counts like points, because it doesn't. Like, it's not like okay, I'm a plus 14. That's better than your 30 points and you're a -6. No, it don't work like that. And plus minus is a team stat. It's lineups, it's your impact on the lineup, and it's the effectiveness of your lineup going up against the other team. Did they get outscored? That's what plus minus is. It's very much a team stat as much as it is as the individual. So it's always stats with context. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. I'm curious to know where you guys stand. We do got the NBA show tonight as well, so make sure you guys are there tonight at 11 p.m. We will be talking about all the NBA hottest news. And we'll be talking about injuries like Giannis Antetokounmpo, unfortunately, getting hurt. And, I pray that he has a speedy recovery. And yes, I still want Giannis on the New York Knicks. Channel members, please get inside that Discord so we could talk, so you guys could be in that 24/7 chat, getting it in. And Detroit, could you please stop texting me? No, I don't want you to call up. I don't want you to call up. Oh, Maxine says David's insane. What's going on with David? Oh, he wants Cat traded? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, but David, call up, David. I'm not going to have the conversation in the chat, but call up. HIM says, because we're healthy all year. All right. Hey, call up, David. Voice your opinion, man. I'll give you your 3 minutes. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Wait, he called me a cat. Hold on. Hold on. Did David call me a cat hater? Who am I? What shirt I got on the captain shirt? Hold on. David, this is for you. See that? I got Bodega Cat merch. See that? I got Bodega Cat merch. How in the hell am I a cat hater? Huh? Yo, you know what's funny about this? Last night, if it wasn't last night, it was the night before last night. Somebody called me a cat. They said that I'm biased towards cat. How do I go in one show, or one day, I go from I'm biased towards cat, and now I'm a cat hater. Yo, this is funny. Yo, I swear to God, man. Yo, you see, I am the objective fan. If you don't know me, get familiar. I'm on nobody's side more than I am on the Knicks side. And because you're a Knick, I'm on your side. You see how that works? I got the Bodega Cat. You see that? I got the Captain 11 hoodie. Go get you one. Hit the link tree. All right? All right? Go get you one. Yo, listen. I find myself defending Cat more than I do criticizing him. And honestly, what did I say tonight? What did I say tonight against Cat? I actually gave him the pass. I was the only one that said, yo, Cat, remember, he was a game time decision. And he decided to go. And I even said, I don't think he's soft because I don't know a lot of guys that would play through injuries the way he does. But I'm against Cat. I don't like Cat. Yo, this is comedy. This is why I got to stay out of the live chat. This is why I'm going to get into the Cashapp. Big time salute to Jersey Champagne for the Cashapp. I do appreciate you, Jersey Champagne. Much love to you. Big time salute. Hold on. Am I reading the old Cashapp? That's an old Cashapp, but still big time salute to Jersey Champagne. Okay. I thought I got a new one that popped up. I'm looking at my old Cashapp. Man, but how in the hell am I a cat hater, or I don't like Cat? That's just crazy to me. I wish David would call up. I don't think David ever called up before. I don't remember talking to a David, or if I did, I just don't remember. But I just want you to tell me how I am a Cat hater. One night I'm biased for Cat because I'm bigging him up, or I'm giving an argument that puts him in a favorable light. I don't know, man. This is why I do me. This is why I don't care what nobody has to say about what I have to say. Because either way, I'm going to piss somebody off. Like, no matter how much praise I can give to Mitchell Robinson, right? I give Mitchell Robinson a lot of praise. But if I say I don't think he should start and the double big lineup is just not working, oh, you a Mitchell Robinson hater. Huh? He just don't look good with Towns. And you see it. They play better apart, bro. This is facts. That's why they don't start together. They're 5-7. Matter of fact, if you want me to give I'll pull up the record. I'll take some time. I'll go to the 82 Nights Club. I'll pull up the record for what they are when they are apart. Okay? I know it's above 500 when they both play. And also, I don't do the funny business, and I make it so that I'm putting the games where Mitch doesn't play. No, I only count the game where Towns starts and Mitch comes off the bench. I don't do it where I'm just doing it despite who plays. No, it's called record when they are apart, playing together. Like both guys in the game, but not starting together. All right. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to get that for you, man. 646-995-8389. Call up, voice your opinion. So when they are apart, when Towns starts and Mitch comes off the bench, they're 12-7. 12-7. And honestly, a lot of those losses they got recently was because the Knicks was just losing. It had nothing to do with the double big lineup. Because even during that stretch, the double big lineup lost at least 1 or 2 games. So, yeah, dog, it's just facts of life. Matter of fact, when we played against Philly the last time when we started the double big lineup, what happened? See, this is why you got to get the 82 Nights Journal. See this? I document everything. I'm going to tell you what happened. So game 1, Mitchell Robinson had 21 and 16. How many of y'all remember that? You should, because you should watch The Breakfast Show. I talked about it on the Blue and Orange Breakfast Show. The first game against Philadelphia, Mitchell Robinson was dominating them. You heard me? Dominating them off the bench for time. Matter of fact, hold up. Let's pull it up. That game honestly looked very similar to this game. It looked very similar, just with a different outcome. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so Knicks had a chance to win this game. The problem is the turnovers. So unlike this game, the game 1, and unlike this game, we had 18 turnovers. They scored like, what I said, 14 points off the 18 turnovers? Or 16? They scored 16 points off the 18 turnovers. Mitchell Robinson dominated them. 21-16 off the bench. We got like, 7-8 minutes of the double big lineup? But most of this damage that Mitch did was him by himself. Okay? And of course, Towns was in foul trouble, 4 fouls. The major difference between the 2 games is that Embiid didn't play. So then game 2. This is with the coaching staff, the great Knicks coaching staff. And I'm not being sarcastic. I think those guys do a good job. Game 2, what do we decide to do? Embiid is there. Mitchell Robinson cooked them in the first game. So we're going to start the double big lineup. This was a blowout, by the way. What happened this game? Can you tell me the difference in Mitchell Robinson from game 1 to game 2? It's on the screen. I told you in game 1 off the bench, he had 21 and 16. What did he do in the starting lineup next to Karl-Anthony Towns? He had 2 points and 5 rebounds and 5 fouls. Yeah, he got cooked. They don't play better together. And even when you look at the minutes breakdown, they only played maybe 5 minutes together, and they started together. So someone had the bright idea on the Knicks bench. They're only playing 5, it's actually 6 minutes. About 6 point something minutes, you can round it up to 7. That's what they were playing together. So someone on the bench had the smart idea to separate them. And when they separated them, they began to play better. So that's what happened. Big difference. Hopefully you can see it. See, I could stat master Miyagi you to death. I could get into the plus minus of the lineups and all of that. Yeah, that sounds cute. I could go into my Knicks in 10 notes and I could just go look at some stats and make it, and then pull stuff out. But I'm just giving you the practicality of what actually happened, showing you through the old box scores what's the difference. Now this game, big difference. Turn down the turnovers. Only 10 turnovers. and I'll give you a bonus. I give you an 82 nice bonus. How about that? Give you a bonus stat. Anytime the Knicks, Detroit, could you please stop texting me? I don't want to talk to you. God, it's like the text message noise going off in my ear. I don't want to hear it. I'm gonna give it to you though. Where we at? Hold on. Forcing turnovers. Okay. All right. So anytime the Knicks commit more than 13.5 turnovers a game, we are 10 and 11. Sub 500. Anytime we go under that mark, like we had 10 tonight, we're 17 and 6. Turnovers matter. So when we protect that ball, we don't give these guys no free opportunities to run, because the Philadelphia offense has become half court, slow, wait for Embiid. When they running in transition and getting buckets, that's when they're able to get faster points. So when you don't turn over the ball, they can't run on you, even though they still run on makes, but it's a lot harder. And by the way, another reason why I say this game was a good defensive game, and I'm gonna tell you something I look at. You got to look at the fast break points. So like going into halftime, both teams only had like 5 fast break points. A lot of this 16 points you see right here from Philadelphia, guess when this came? We were doing great defensively. Take a guess where you think the majority or a good amount of those 16 points came. It came in that last 4-minute stretch when we had the no center lineup. Knicks defense was good. So anytime you see anything like under 15 fast break points, that's how you know they're doing a great job. And then also they gave up 15 turnovers to us. I'm sorry, 15 points to us off 14 turnovers. So they helped get our offense going. But the 3-point defense from both teams, but more importantly from us, outstanding. Superb. At the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth, the Philadelphia 76ers, they shot, is that 30% from 3? I believe it's 30% from 3. I got to stat check that. Yeah, because my handwriting is kind of off. I can't tell if it's a 0 or a 6. But yeah, 82 nights. Go get yours. Hopefully you got better handwriting than me. Oh man, 646-995-8385. I'm 8389. Call up. I want to know, man. Let's go, man. Talk to me, man. What's going on? What's going on with these Knicks, man? I could literally teach a class on these Knicks, man. I studied them. My next assignment will be the Sacramento Kings. I already started watching them. I saw the first half of that game last night against Cleveland. Now, do understand, for all my people that's concerned about Sacramento, oh, we're not going to beat Sacramento. They beat us already, right? The Sacramento Kings, they got us. They beat us. I just want to say 2 things, and I will be doing a Blue and Orange Breakfast show on Tuesday, breaking this down in more full detail. But look at the record away. They're 3-18 on the road, man. Y'all see this? We're going to talk about this and more on Tuesday, okay? Knicks about to go on 3-0. Just remember, I said it. We're going on a run. I told y'all that. Look, I do content, right? Y'all was laughing at me, right? Let me show y'all something. This is why I love to do content, because I put it on the record. I put it on the record so you can't say I'm capping. I did this show, right? By the way, let's get the subscribers up. We got to get past that 2K mark. Where is it at? Where is the show at? The difference. Where is it at? Brunson. problem. Yeah, right here. This is the show right here. Look at that. See? A lot of y'all didn't watch this show. Go back and watch this show. A new win streak is loading. I did this show right before the Dallas game. So you don't think that I did it after the Dallas game. I did it right before the Dallas game. When the Dallas game happened, y'all were laughing. Oh, you said we going on a streak. What happened? Patience, young grasshopper. I am Statmaster Miyagi. I am Statmaster Miyagi, and I will be back with more after these messages. I also want to take a moment to shout out another partner, Talkspace. We talk a lot about performance, discipline, and consistency, but none of that exists without the mental side being right. Talkspace gives you private access to licensed professionals so you can work on things like stress, focus, motivation, emotional control, and life balance. This isn't about something being wrong with you. This is about building mental strength the same way you build anything else with the right support. If you're carrying pressure, trying to stay sharp, or just want a space to think clearly and move better, Talkspace is a real resource. You can check them out right through the link in the description, Linktree/TheObjectiveFan. Talkspace, mental performance for support for real life. I tried to put on my best Maxine voice for that, man. Check out the Linktree to learn more about Talkspace. Sometimes we all need a place to go where we can talk, and it's a tool for clarity, discipline, and mental strength. We will be back tonight for NBA Fan Saturdays. I look forward to seeing you tonight at 11:30. I will see you tonight. And until next time, as always, let's go Knicks.